Hey, wife, get in here. I want to talk about movies.
You got crumbs on your...
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi, this is my gorgeous wife, Amber. We're here to do a discussion on Django Unchained. Or Unchanged. Django Unchained.
There's some changes that you made.
Well, so yeah, we did Quentin Tarantino's Django Unchained. This is, I think, now you've seen every Quentin Tarantino movie. This was your last one that I made you watch.
I'd seen this before today.
Well, you didn't know that until we watched it.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't very memorable.
Okay. So, I wanted to film a video about this because, well, actually, you came up with this idea. But, I think that this movie is a lot better than you're giving it credit for. So I want to give you a platform to discuss why.
You need a platform? Because I don't have my own YouTube channel, Amber Morissette.
Yeah, check it out. But no, I feel like, you know, you deserve to say why this movie didn't affect you, and I deserve to defend it, and then we'll let the...
You don't deserve shit.
No, and then we'll let our loving audience, you know, tell me I'm right. Or, I mean, figure out who's right.
Oh,
you know?
I mean, my biggest issue with the movie was that the soundtrack, like, in comparison to what the movie was and the atmosphere and stuff, was just totally off. That's like my biggest complaint about the movie, is that the soundtrack is just like terrible.
I get what you, it's not terrible. It's actually a great soundtrack.
I like the songs. I'm not saying like the songs are bad, but it's like it does not go with this whole fucking Western theme at all.
Well, I mean, but you could say even in Inglourious Bastards, it has like David Bowie songs and, you know, stuff like that.
Who said that? You know, like every other movie has a good soundtrack.
Well, so you just have a problem with Tarantino's movies in terms of their soundtracks, period?
No, sometimes he does really well with his soundtracks.
I mean,
Once Upon a Hollywood, like, I feel like that's his best fucking soundtrack for his movies.
No, it is.
Out of his movies. But this is, in my opinion, like, his worst.
Well, so you don't... Is it just the fact that you don't like period-accurate... or non-period accurate songs? Because, like, did you have a problem with the... Putting out fires with gasoline in, Inglourious Bastards? David Bowie?
I don't fucking remember that.
What?
I'm talking about a movie I watched today.
This shit's unforgettable.
You're the one that has this like crazy memory where like you know exactly like what you were wearing, what you ate, who you were with, what you guys talked about before and after you watch any fucking movie.
Well, movies are real important, so...
Except you tend to like forget that we had already watched this together. So like,
we didn't already watch it together, I swear to God.
That's a whole other thing, but...
Okay, so... My defense is that, you know, well, Hateful Eight, I don't think that there's any non-period accurate music, but like Inglourious Bastards, this movie, I think those are his only two period piece kind of movies, and...
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood takes place...
Well, yeah, but he always has like 60s music anyway, so it just happened to match, you know?
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I think that in terms of execution, Django Unchained is Quentin Tarantino's sloppiest movie, but I also think it's one of his most fun movies because, you know, it's got crazy over the... Well, I have a lot of fun every time I watch it.
Well, you have a lot of fun sucking Quentin Tarantino's dick, so...
No, I actually...
You're easily entertained.
No, but this is manages to be like his most kind of fun and outrageous movie, I feel like, so it doesn't hurt that there's Tupac and Rick Ross in the soundtrack. At all, I think. It adds to the kind of over-the-top and fun.
Look, the soundtrack, my issue with it is that it takes me out of the movie because I'm like, this doesn't go with the fucking, what I'm watching right now. It takes me out of, because when you watch a movie, you tend to, like, get sucked into the experience.
No, I know, but, like,
and then, like, fucking Tupac comes on.
Yeah, but even the violence and stuff is over the top, so it's not like you're watching fucking Shakespeare in Love and then all of a sudden Tupac comes on. You know what I mean?
I know, but it's just...
The movie is an over-the-top kind of grand house nature.
He's not in fucking Compton in the 90s. Like, you know, like, this takes place a long time ago.
No, I know, but, I mean, you could also argue that this movie's kind of like, you know, an African-American, you know, empowerment kind of a film, and so to have, like, more African-American prevalent soundtrack
I know, but there's so many other, like, 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 I guess I don't understand why Tupac's song was put in the movie.
I think it's just to pump you up during, like, a good action scene.
I wasn't pumped.
Well, you're just being an asshole.
Anyway, that's my biggest thing with the movie. Like, it took me out of the movie several times when, like, a song would come on that just didn't fit with, like, the scene or, like, the atmosphere of the movie or the time period, in my opinion. See,
I love every Tarantino movie. And
I know, that's why I said you love sucking his dick. So, go ahead, slurp, slurp.
Alright, I love this movie. No. Basically what I'm saying is, I feel like this movie you could pick it apart maybe the most, I don't know, out of his movies, you maybe pick this one apart the most. But, that doesn't make it a bad movie or, like, it takes you out.
I didn't say it was a bad movie. Like, you know, I didn't want to kill myself while I was watching it.
But
like,
that's high praise, right?
I got through it without wanting to harm myself or others. But, like, I don't know, like I said, my biggest complaint is, like, it was entertaining, but, like, when these songs would come in that just didn't seem to fit, it just took me out of it.
See, I feel like it kind of pumps you up, it gets you in the vibe of the movie, like...
No, you just get pumped up with anything Tarantino. You're, like, you're totally biased.
No, I'm not. Because I will admit, like, there's some of the humor scenes are a little bit, like, they clash with some of the stuff in the plot, and then some of the editing, like, some scenes run on a little long, and some of the violence, even by Tarantino.
Zooming in and zooming out shots.
Yeah, and it's because, like I said earlier, it's because this was the movie right after he lost Sally Menke as his editor, and so, you know, she was usually kind of the hand that held him back a little bit, and so I feel like this movie is Tarantino at his most Tarantino, but in a way that's what I love about it, is it's like, just full-on batshit Tarantino. Like, this is the most Tarantino movie that he's released. And so in a way, I feel like there's a lot to appreciate about it. And also, I do appreciate how, like, the scenes, you know, with the mistreatment of slaves and stuff. No, stop! The scenes, like, with the mistreatment of slaves and stuff like that, like, he didn't whitewash it. He didn't make it, like...
that was good about it, too.
Yeah, he made it really, like, intentionally violent so you saw the horror.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great movie. It's a 10 out of 10.
No, it's not a fucking 10 out of 10. You're sitting over here wishing that Quentin Tarantino was into your feet.
I got good feet, Mr. Tarantino.
Okay, anyway.
You're like, wiggle your big toe.
Okay.
It's a Kill Bill reference.
Anyway. We'll see what other people have to say, but...
Yeah, comment if you agree with me or my wife.
It could be a better soundtrack, that's my argument.
Well, is that your only complaint? And if that's your only complaint,
no, like some of the shots, like I said, like the random, like zooming in fast and zooming out, like...
I love it.
I feel like it was so, like,
but it's
random that, I don't know. And then, like, also, like, we were talking about, you know, when the second thing of dynamite goes off, the entire house just fucking explodes.
Because it's good to see those people die.
I love, like, fun movies and stuff, but when it's like, way over the top, like, no way in a fucking million years that would happen, it takes me out of it, too. But I know you like really stupid, like...
It doesn't make it stupid if it's over the top.
Less realistic, the better.
No, it's actually smart. I just blew my own mind. It's actually really smart because, remember Christoph Waltz's character, Dr. Schultz? He tells Django the story of how the prince or whatever rescued Broomhilda out of the hellfire. And then at the end, there's hellfire.
It was a circle of hellfire.
Yeah, and at the end, there's hellfire, so it's like representative of the
I don't recall him being like, yeah, dude, like, just one little fucking sack of dynamite just, like, blew up a fucking two-story...
No, but it was to represent the hellfire.
No.
Well, I just thought of this, so it might not be a good theory, but...
The hellfire story was, like, you know, hypothetical. You
I know,
like,
but it brings it to life when the whole place is on fire at the end.
No.
Don't just say no because you're wrong, bro.
No, it doesn't, because as he's telling the story, like, long before this fucking house blows up in a ridiculous manner, like, you can tell that the hellfire represents, like, his struggle with, like, being a slave and, like...
Yeah, but it's also literal.
No, if it is, then Quentin Tarantino's retarded. I don't think the house blowing up in these, like, ridiculous flames has anything to do with the story of the hellfire.
I mean, it might be a reach. I just came up with that, but...
Yeah.
Well, alright, what would you give it out of 10?
I don't know, like 6.
Oh my god,
and that's
awful.
Generous.
That's awful to say to somebody. I'm really sorry, Quentin, if you're watching this. You don't know any better.
Well, Anyway, I guess you can let your viewers decide who they agree with.
Me would give it.
Me would give it.
Me would give it.
That shows his credibility. Me would give it 10 out of 10.
No, me would give it 9.5 out of 10.
You said 10 out of 10 earlier.
I know, but...
Why'd you drop half a point? Because it actually made some sense for once?
No, actually, because I acknowledged some of the flaws with the movie while still proving that you're wrong. And that's what this is all about.
You didn't prove anything.
No, I didn't.
No, you just proved that you have, like, fantasies about Quentin Tarantino.
I don't... So what's your guys' favorite Quentin Tarantino movie? Comment your comment.
This is my one and only time on your channel.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, because we're not doing this again.
Alright.
I'm too lazy to edit out the
get
end,
the
so
fuck
it's
out
going
of
to be
here.
awkward.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, man. Alright.